Hello, are you sick and tired of trap cards? Are you sick and tired of no funsies floodgate cards? Are you sick and tired of cards like Shaddoll Schism that creates El Shaddoll Window, making you not play the game? Are you just generally sick and tired of these boards where you cannot go and play at all? Well, I got the answer for you, and that card is called Red Reboot. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want to. You totally don't have to don't want to do so, but really cool if you did. And so, onto the video. What is Red Reboot? Well, Red Reboot is a card that destroys trap cards and floodgates. Let's go. So here's my deck profile for my Mathmech deck that I use to go and decimate the competition. I'm already at Platinum after just a couple hours into the new season. And guess what? With Red Reboot, it makes dealing with those pesky trap card decks really easy. What does Red Reboot do? Well, when your opponent activates a trap card, negate the activation, and if you do so, set that card face down. Then, they can set one other trap directly from their deck. For the rest of this turn, after the card resolves, your opponent cannot activate trap cards. You can activate this card from your hand by paying half your LP life points. So essentially, when you activate this card, which by the way is a counter card, it's a counter trap card, you can't react to it with a quick effect, a spell card can't react to it, you'll have to react to it with another counter trap card, i.e. specifically Solemn Judgment, which is the card that is most likely will be the thing that will counter Red Reboot. But other than Solemn Judgment, there is nothing else that's currently being played that stops Red Reboot. Red Reboot, if you negate whatever trap card your opponent activates, you can activate this card from your hand, negate it, and your opponent cannot activate any more trap cards at all for the rest of the turn. So what that means is, if your opponent has set 5 or set 4 or set 3, or you know your opponent has a really strong trap card, activate Red Reboot, and pretty much you don't have to worry or care about their back row at all, unless it's a spell card. But currently in the meta right now, it's very trap reliant, trap heavy. So you're gonna see, Eldritch players, Invoke Shaddoll players, Trap Tricks players. You're gonna see a lot of players take advantage of skill drain, take advantage of IO, take advantage of Vanity's emptiness. You activate Red Reboots, your opponent is just sitting there, just doing nothing. Yes, he gets to go search out a card from his deck and place it in, which is really powerful, but that's the beauty of Red Reboot here. So yes, you are losing life points, and yes, your opponent gets a free search of any trap card they want. But that's why you use Red Reboots to OTK your opponents. Let me show you how Red Reboot works, and how this one card can set you up to OTK your opponent and beat Eldritch, beat Invoke Shadolls, beat Trap Tricks in just one turn. Let's go. Alright, so looking at my hand, this is what's awesome about this Mathmech deck here. I only need 2 cards. I only need 2 cards to sit on my board and I can OTK my opponents. Red Reboot is an awesome card if you know 100% you can beat your opponent on that turn. And so I always choose to go second. I'm always choosing to go second because I know my opponents, most players I face against online at Platinum levels and even in Gold levels, are all running Eldritch. Like, there's no other deck I've played more ever in Master Duels more than Eldritch. That's why I always pick second. Eldritch going second can just wreck you. They really can, because they have a bunch of floodgates that can go and wipe out whatever board you have. And so what I do against Eldritch is I always try to aim to go second. Now, Red Reboot is a card that only comes in at 1. It's limited to 1. But the strange thing about Master Duels is that for some strange reason, you have a very high odds, high chance of drawing your 1-0s. It's crazy. I played 7 games, and in like 4 out of those 7 games, I got Red Reboot in my first hand. It's absolutely crazy. And even if you don't get Red Reboot, you got stuff like Max C. So just in case you're playing a deck like Invoke Shadolls, what it's going to lead to is that they're going to go and make their board, and they're going to be special summoning a lot. So you're going to end up getting Red Reboots, and they're most likely going to accept their board with Shaddoll Schism in the background. Typically, you face against an Invoke Shadolls player, they're going to have Makaba, and then Shaddoll Schisms. That's pretty much about it, and they're going to have like a Call by the Grave. That's what you can expect off an Invoke Shadolls. And by activating Red Reboots, they only have 1 negate. And for Eldritch, if you just stop their traps from even activating in the first place, this card shuts them down completely. Shuts them down. And so let's go with the play here. So I am going second, because I really can't do anything to affect Eldritch going first. So they said 4 pass. What's more likely here, they got like Skill Drain, they got Elixir, they got Sanguine. They know how to activate Eldritch. Like, they got the Eldritch monster, Golden Lord. He's gonna come out this upcoming turn. So this Maxi here is pretty much a dead card, but I got Silent Mining, which will go and pitch the Maxi. So I activate Silent Mining here. I'm trying to bait them out, and there it is. There is Scarlet Sanguine, and that card alone will set up their entire trap mechanic system. It's gonna set them up to succeed. Eldritch can beat you off one turn, but they can also beat you in turn 10, in turn 15, in turn 19, in turn 20. Eldritch prefers the grind game because they know they can out-resource you. So what do you do here? You activate red reboots. You lose the 4,000 life points here, but now all this right here, like these 4 cards, they're nothing. They're turned off. He can't activate any trap cards, and he can't activate any trap cards in response to this, except Solemn Judgments. A lot of Eldritch players, they don't even run Solemn Judgments. They're too busy running stuff like Goes in Match, and there can be only one, and like Skill Drain and IO. So because my opponent cannot activate any trap cards at all, I can blitz in right now for the OTK. This is what's cool about Mathmech. Mathmech, they only need 1 hit and they can end you. I can make my combo here. I don't have to be worried about a single thing. I can go and do my big wombo combos, not worry about a single thing here. And look at this, over 8,000 attack, and that is game there. One singular card stops Eldritch, and that's game right there. Here's another replay with specifically playing against Invoked Eldritch. Yes, normal summon Alistair and bring out Golden Boy, bunch of trap cards. It's really tough to play against this deck. Really strong, really overpowering, and they can floodgate the heck out of you. They will always beat you in terms of resource game. But I got red Reboot here. And once again, whatever deck you're playing, make sure your deck can not only go for the OTK, but it is extra resilient and can play through at least 1 interruption. That's what I'm asking for. If you can go build a deck that can go play through multiple interruptions, and you can establish a great board where you can go and deal out a lot of damage, and you're prepared for the next turn, great for you. In my case, my deck is Mathmech here, and with my red reboots, I'm not afraid. I'm not. And once again, even though red reboot is a one of, Master Duels, for some reason, you're always getting your one ofs in your first hand. So he's gonna set up an Invoke Macabre. That is 1 negate there. 1 card set back row. That is a Conquistador, which would be a pop. He's gonna go bring back Golden Lord. Golden Lord cannot be destroyed by card effects. And he has 1 set card, but then he's gonna go banish in order to go set up another card. So right here, most likely, he's got 2 interruptions set up here. He has 2 interruptions, 1 guy who can't be destroyed, another dude really big. Actually, Macabre, for the most part, is an Omni-Negates. He really is, but he was an idiot. He's kind of a dum-dum. Eldritch players have small brains, and they forgot that they need a card in their hand. But it doesn't even matter. No, it doesn't, because this deck right here can go play through multiple thread drugs. Alright, so first off, activate Bounce Lord, activates the Conch, activate red reboots. So my prediction was correct. He had an interruption there. So it's all fine. So I negate the Conquistador here. And with Conquistador negated, he cannot activate Scarlet Sanguine. And even if my opponent had like 5 back row, with the exception of Solemn Judgments, this red reboot, let's pretend it's Macabre. He's got 1 card in his hand, Golden Lord, and 5 set cards. Let's say it's a Skill Drain, a Vanity's Emptiness. We also got ourselves a Conquistador, a Scarlet Sanguine, and let's say like Imperial Order or like Goes in Match or whatever. It doesn't really matter, because this card here completely shuts down the entire back row. And not only that, for me specifically, I'm also running Kaijus. So I don't think I Kaiju the Macabre here. So yeah, he did end up getting Imperial Order, but once again, doesn't matter. It is important that you have to beat your opponent this turn. You absolutely have to. See, like, because I know he's got no interruption with the Macabre, I can go full on wombo combo here. But that's totally fine, because I got this monster here, which would go and just get rid of the interruption. I'm pretty much set to win this game here. This back row can't do anything. Hypothetically speaking, the Kappa can't really do anything. I'm gonna go attack twice here. I could have actually done more here and set up a second monster or boost up the attack power on my final Sigma, but I didn't have to do that. So I attacked twice, knock off both of his monsters, OTK, easy victory right there. One single card pretty much won me the game here in Red Reboot. That's why all of you should try out Red Reboot. All of you should go have Lightning Storm. All of you should have Ash Blossom. Those are 3 cards, even though you only have probably one of each, because they gave you the bundle deal. Those 3 cards are incredibly powerful, and they can win you the game. So that's all I gotta say right there. Go out there and get Red Reboot. It can win you a game. Most people are playing trap-based decks, so you're gonna be surprised. You actually gotta activate Red Reboot a lot. You're going to activate Ash Blossom a lot. You're going to activate Lightning Storm a lot. You're going to be activating Red Reboot a lot. Now, there will be games where you play against like a combo wombo deck, and you won't have the chance to activate Red Reboot. But you know what? That's okay, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to play against a virtual role player who will activate the virtual trap card, and you're going to stop them. You're going to play against a Shaddoll player who's going to have Shaddoll Schism. You're going to stop them right there. You're going to play against an Ellis player. Red Reboot kills their entire back row. You'll play against Trap Chicks. Destroy the back row, it's pretty much over, and all their monsters have low attack power, so you can OTK them. That's how you defeat these annoying trap-based decks. Red Reboot will save you, and I recommend you put it in your deck right now. And so that's the end of the video here. Once again, thank you for watching the video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. You totally have to want to do so, but really cool if you did. And so until next time, see you guys later with more Master Duels content. See ya.